Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. I don't know about where you guys live, but here in Tampa, Florida, it's cold as hell. We're not used to this here. 35 degrees last night, and man almighty, it's freezing out here. So if you're out knocking, you better bundle up. Let's talk about staying in front of your clients. I just spoke to an agent now, right when I got to the office. He said, Joe, what do you mean stay in front of the client? He said, you mean go see them all the time, call them all the time? Staying in front of your client means letting them know you're still in the business. Think about this. You buy a lead, phone lead, Facebook lead, direct mail lead, a referral. You make a sale, that client is now yours. Your responsibility to service that client forever, and hopefully with that, you're going to get some referrals. What ends up happening is that agents make a sale and they go, the heck with it, I got to go on to the next one. My philosophy is that when a client buys something from me, my job is to stay in front of them to make sure they don't cancel, they don't let the policy go, or they buy from somebody else. This has happened to me numerous times. Excuse me. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, what I'm going to tell you will. You're going to go to a client's house. They're going to buy something from you. You're going to walk out like a stuffed peacock. You're all happy. You made a sale. 6 months later, 8 months later, a year later, you get another card from that client. That client go to the door. Jay, this isn't hooked up. It's not even hooked up. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on a minute.
Weird feedback.
Okay. You go to the client's house with the lead that they sent in, and they go, oh, hey, I didn't know you're still in the business. Well, you still have the policy we didn't know? I canceled that policy, and I bought from somebody else, and I couldn't afford it, so I sent another card in. So what you've actually done is a couple things. You're not checking your business on a regular basis to make sure your client didn't fall off the books. Clients are going to fall off because they just don't want it. They just don't want to keep it. They don't want the obligation. And sometimes it's just a mess up on when the client is drafted from their checking account. They could forget the money should stay in there. You can go with a company that doesn't have the Social Security direct billing, which means that they're going to draft your client the day after they requested it. So I mean, staying in front of them is when you leave their house and you make a sale. What I used to do, I already had pre-dated, pre-stamped envelopes, everything filled out. All I did not have in there was their name, but I put in there, thank you very much for your trust in your business. Please call me anytime. Joe, got a card stuffed in there, and I got the envelope already set up with my return sticker and my stamp on there. So all I've got to do is open it up and put down Dear Larry or Dear Mr. Jones, and then on the outside put his address, put in the mailbox either that day when I'm out on the road or when I get home, put in the mailbox. I want them to know I appreciate what they've done for me. I used to have a service when I was out on the road all the time that would send a card out to my clients periodically. And the reason I did that is sure, it cost me maybe $10 through the process. Yet I sat and figured, if that can prevent me from having one chargeback, that's a fairly cheap insurance that I can buy to make sure I don't get a chargeback on $400 or $500, if not more. I send them out that time there when I make the sale. Then I have it preset on the mailing service to send one out 2 months, 6 months, and on the anniversary time. Christmas falls in there, I send them my happy holiday card, Merry Christmas card, Thanksgiving card, whatever card you want, you should send them to let them know you are still their insurance agent. Because what happens after a while is that people take it for granted you just sold something, you're gone, because it's happened before in the past. Years and years ago, agents never sent out thank you cards. Let me rephrase. Few agents sent out thank you cards. Few agents followed up. The agents that are still in the business, making a lot of money, work their book of business by calling their existing clients, to see if they need to add to what they have, or if they got a referral that they can extend to them to where they can go help that person. Have you guys thought about gathering emails when you're in a client's house? I don't have an email. No problem. Does your daughter, does your son, does your spouse have an email? So if there's any changes or new things come out, I'll be able to get a hold of you to where you know there's something new coming out. There may be a product that's come out that's got smaller premiums, because I know you're on a budget, you want to save money. You want to gather email addresses to where you can stay in front of your client. You're going to put them in a file to where that file goes out as often as you feel you want it to go out. You can have everybody in a bundled email, or you can have each person separately. Yet over the years and the months and the time you're doing this here, that list is going to grow kind of hard or kind of fast. So what I used to do, I really wasn't an email guy. I really wasn't that savvy with it. I had every one of my clients, I put a C in front of it, C-Larry Jones, C-Mary Smith. So what I did, I went down that list, boom, 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 and I BCC'd everybody to where they would get my email. In my email, I had my picture. In my email, I may have something about Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage. I'd have something in there to where they would see I was still in the business. I would let them feel me every quarter, every 2 months, to let them know that I'm still here. If they needed something, call me. So I kind of made like a miniature newsletter. So when I emailed somebody, I'll either tell them about different carriers that come out, an accidental program that's come out, a new guaranteed issue in case they run across somebody who cannot get coverage. I would tell them to make sure they call me if they need information, annual review, if they want to update their policy, do they want to change the beneficiary. So I did everything I could to stay in front of that client. So between an email, sorry about that, between an email, the thank you cards, and even if you're around somebody's house. Now, I'm not really crazy to drive by somebody's house, knock on the door, hey, you doing? I've been around, I'm your agent. When you're driving around the neighborhoods, because a lot of times you're going to work those same areas 3 months later, 6 months later. If you see the client outside, stop and tell them, hello, how you doing? The reason I recommend you to do that, because I did that a long time ago, and the client tells me, he says, Joe, how you been? I said, fine. I said, everything's still going good. Everything's going fine, all that. But I've been trying to find your card. I wanted to get a hold of you. I said, my God, what a coincidence. I'm here. He ended up buying an additional policy for himself. That was the day the bells went off, the fireworks went off in my mind. People are going to lose that little small company card. I decided I got to buy coffee cups. I could have bought koozie cups. I could have bought a briefcase. I could have bought all these different things. Everybody either drinks a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of coffee. So from then on, I started giving out coffee cups. And what I will tell you is that people have called me from those coffee cups because people start thinking, agents start thinking, Joe, back then that coffee cup cost me $1.34. Tax, title, tip, delivery, $1.34 delivered to my door. How do I remember? Because I used to buy a buttload of them. Now it's probably going to cost you about $2 each. So my thought process is that there's a cost of doing business. There's a cost of staying in business. You don't have an office where you got to pay a lease, water bill, light bill, insurance. You don't have any of those costs. So if you sit and think, what can I do to be a smarter business person, to retain my book of business, stay in front of my clients, let them know I want to take care of them, think about the things that you can give away. Coffee cup, you can get calendars, yet they can be kind of expensive. A lot of agents will go to the dollar stores end of December, right first day of January, and buy 50, 100, 200 of them, okay? Put their cards on them and drop them off at the client's house or drop them in the mail to them. Think of a way that you feel will be the most productive way for you to stay in front of your clients. If you don't do it, somebody else will. A lot of agents are now getting the Medicare Advantage after seeing there's a lot more money in it. So what they're doing now is that they're using the lead to do other things. Can't call up about Medicare Advantage. Yeah, you can call up about their life insurance. You can call and talk to them about a Medicare supplement. When they start asking you questions, say, you know something, I'll be around your area tomorrow. Can I stop by for 2 minutes, just leave you a couple of brochures, because I've got to visit another client down the street from you, to see what I can do to maybe educate you and help you to answer all the questions you have. Now, you know what you just said was that I'm coming to your house, I'm bringing leave behinds in, but I'm going to try to make a sale. Now, if I went to that house, or when I went to the house, I didn't bring in no briefcase, I didn't bring in nothing because I didn't want them to think I'm there to sell something, yet in the back of my mind, I'm there to make another sale. Bring in some leave behinds, and with the leave behinds, I had my company card stapled to it. Our job is to constantly be in front of people, talking to them, always letting them know what we do. Jack Skaggs said something to me a long, long time ago, and guys, it makes so much sense what I'm going to tell you. He says, Joe, in our line of business, you cannot be a secret agent. And what he meant by that, you cannot go through your career and anticipate people knowing what type of insurance that you offer. So you need to come up with something to where people know exactly what you offer. On your company card, put down what you offer. On the coffee cup, on the bottom of the coffee cup, I had life insurance, health insurance, Medicare insurance. I had annuities, and I had something else on there, wrapped around the bottom of there. On my card, the exact same thing. So the more you let people know what you do, hopefully they may tell a friend of theirs who needs something. Because people like to be like Cupid. They want to set people up. So if you go visit a client, you take care of them on a Medicare Advantage or a Medicare Advantage plan, and their friend says, do you have Medicare Advantage? Your hope and desire and dream is that they say, you know something? Joe Ciaccio was at my house. He did me such a great job. He was nice. He even gave us a couple coffee cups. That's what the whole deal is. Stay in front of your client, so hopefully you'll get a referral from being nice, or somebody may remember to look at their coffee cup and call you. Okay, guys, let you guys go. Make it a great day. Stay warm, stay safe. We love you. If you got any questions, give us a call. Hit them hard, guys. Bye-bye.